Welcome back to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. This is Raw is Retro. I'm your host, Ross, and with me, as ever, Manny Hayes.
I don't know what name I'm going with today. First,
You've got so many. We need to pull them out of a hat. We put them on a wheel before we start, and then we can just be that one for the show. We need to invest in a wheel now, definitely. We are here to talk about Raw from 1998. We're in the middle of April. It's the 13th to be exact, as you're if you're watching along with us. We're just off the back of WrestleMania. The Austin era is fully in full swing. Him and Vince are going to go at it pretty much for the rest of this year, basically. We're here in Philadelphia for this week's episode of Raw. Austin starts the show, doesn't he? And he's going to hold the show hostage, basically, is what he says. Yeah.
He did it a couple of weeks ago before WrestleMania. Why not do it again?
Yeah, it worked well then, so why not try? I like that we're starting to get the Stooges now as well. Briscoe and Patterson are kind of starting to get in the mix.
They've started to get a bit more involved.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just Slaughter anymore being the commissioner. Everyone else is starting to suddenly start becoming more involved.
Slaughter must start to get phased out around this time.
Yeah, because he's no longer needed, is he?
No. He's in the main event of this, but then he does this disappearing, and Shawn Michaels becomes commissioner later in the year for a little bit as well. So yeah, he must have. Yeah. Not a great loss, is it really? The big perv, as we saw in our live watch already. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into our first match because this is the one we've all been waiting for. It's a chain match between the DOA and the Los Boricuas.
I mean, I completely forgot this happened. Like, it was so non-existent.
It's 2 minutes. What is the point of having a chain match and then making it last 2 minutes? It's like, well, DX just messed up, doesn't it?
It's just DX, but like, it's just like, what was the point in this?
I don't know. How has this feud got to a chain match level already as well? I've missed that.
Yeah, 100%.
Is it this like blood feud already? Like, surely not.
It doesn't understand how it's a blood feud.
Triple H gives I would say Chains a pedigree. Pretty sure it's Chains. I can never tell them apart if I'm honest. And then they give a spike pile driver on a chair on the ramp. I mean, that is like tripling the levels of danger.
Yeah.
You've got the chair, you've got the ramp, and there's a spike pile driver. Pretty good. Chains is dead. That's it. He's over. DX beat up Skull and 8 Ball.
As you do.
And that's it, yeah. And it took that for the ref to throw the match out. The ref was fine with all the stuff on the rampway with Chains, but as soon as they start beating up Skull and 8 Ball, that's it. It's over.
I mean, there was a lot going on with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of madness going on there.
It's a very busy 2 minutes, there's so much going on. And then they try and make the Boricuas think they're part of DX, don't they, by doing the old crotch chops before China gives them old the China kiss, shall we call it? Yeah, I mean,
and then cameramans are being covert by sneaking around corners trying to capture video of all the McMahons and stuff.
Yeah,
as Vince is going to fight. Vince is going to fight Steve Austin. He very much spends the whole night being coerced into fighting him by the Stooges. When at some point during the night, JR gets pissed and decides to go to the back and tell him this is a dumb idea.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, it's a fun angle. It really is quite fun. And I much prefer seeing this Vince try to fight Austin than the Vince we saw at WrestleMania get in the ring.
What are you talking about? That's the best stunner ever. How dare you?
Did you see that quick cut someone put together? Like 4 seconds, basically. Perfect. They should have done that for all replays on the network. But yeah, the Stooges and Shane. Shane is trying to
tell him not to.
Yeah, don't do it because it's a bad idea. But yeah, they don't listen to him at all. We get Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor taking on Aguila and Pantera. Good match, really. It would have been. It would have been the best match of the night.
Is this the one? This is the point where JR actually just gets off commentary.
Yeah. Well, Vince comes down the ring, doesn't he? Sorry, It comes down to announced how he wants to handle Austin, if he's going to take the hard way or the easy way. And he tells everyone that this is his company and it's been his family for however long it's been at this point, 50 years, I think it is. And and those sort of the honor and integrity I think he uses are the qualities that are lacking in Stone Cold. Yeah. It's weird. We do eventually get the match. Well, we don't, because they're going to start it again. And then, it's The Undertaker.
Well, first they thought it was Kane.
Yeah. But it's The Undertaker. He's back, and he destroys all four men.
Because also, The Undertaker does not like cruiserweights either.
Got no time for them. Absolutely no time for the cruiserweights. What does that lead to next? It's more backstage shenanigans, isn't it? Kevin Kelly is around backstage.
Yeah.
He is trying to get a word with Vince, but no one can stop Vince. He's determined that he's going to fight Stone Cold.
He has a plan. He has a plan.
He has a plan, yeah. I mean, as it turns out, it's a pretty good plan. I like what he does, and it's quite funny, but... Yeah, this is where he tells JR to just go back to the announce table and do his job, which is quite nice. Do what you're paid for, Jim. Stop getting involved.
Goddamn, do your job, Jim.
So we're almost at the halfway point of Raw, and we've not really had a match yet. We've had
2 minutes of one.
Yeah, and one match that tried to happen twice, but didn't actually ever get going.
Yeah,
we do finally get a match. It lasts another 2 minutes, but it's Jeff Jarrett with Tennessee Lee, everyone's favourite, taking on Taka Michinoku.
But Kaientai show up. Or Club Kamikaze, which they keep calling them.
Yeah, they'll soon be Kaientai, thankfully, because Club Kamikaze is not a great name, really. I mean, even now it's not a great name, but 22 years ago it was an even worse name. The 2 minutes we see of Taka are good, really.
Yeah.
But again, like there's absolutely
it's a bad match. Like, why? Unacceptable.
Yeah, I mean, we follow this with Flash Funk and Terry Funk, the Funk family.
Oh, hold on. The promo to lead this was great.
Is this the...
Give me the funk. No, give me the
one.
Funk. Vince has seen nothing about this man, but I'm telling you, give me the funk.
Yeah.
Give me the funk. And this is when they actually start referring to him as Too Cold Scorpio.
Too Cold Scorpio, yeah. I think that's just to annoy JR, because JR always calls him that. And he thinks he's cool, I think, because he calls him that. But... we did miss out where we get the Farouk with his new music as well.
No, badass new music.
Farouk with rap music. I don't know. It doesn't
work
for me.
It works.
Do you think?
90s, it works.
He calls out The Rock. Of course, The Rock doesn't come out alone. He brings the rest of the nation with him, because why would he come out alone? He's got all those guys to back him up. And then obviously we get more Shamrock and Blackman, because this feud is never ending. It's just going to run forever, I think, The Rock and Shamrock. That's what I want to see at WrestleMania.
This is the real fight forever, isn't it?
It is. This has gone on since we started this podcast, and we're now in the middle of April. We're now still fighting with no sign of an ending. I thought like WrestleMania would have been a killer to this, but Shamrock just doesn't give up, does he?
Shamrock enjoys taking chair shots to the face without protecting himself.
Yeah. An idiot. Shamrock, Blackman, and Farouk, though, that is some three-man team. You're not going to mess with them boys, are you, really? They're a fearsome threesome, those boys. But yeah, The Rock doesn't care. He's happy with his boys. But yes, but then we do get the Funks taking on the Quebecers, Manny's boys. I mean, this last 2 minutes as well.
Yeah. That 450 splash, though.
450 splash,
for 1998. That was impressive.
Yeah. I just wonder what people thought seeing that then, because it looks impressive now. A 450 splash is still an incredible move. Like,
but Flash Funk wasn't like a cruiserweight.
No, he's a big fella, isn't he?
Yeah, Flash Funk is big. For him to hit 450, just like Bianca Belair to hit 450, is very weird because she's tall.
Yeah,
but she's not that tall. But like, she's tall, and then the fact that she did it at WrestleMania off the middle rope,
Yeah,
and get clearance from her legs, which are long.
yeah, yeah. It was a risky move, to be fair.
Yeah.
Very risky. Yeah, that takes the win. The 450 splash hits Pierre with it, and that's a 3 count.
Yeah.
And that is the end of Raw is War. We got a total of 7 minutes bell to bell wrestling action in the first hour of Raw. That is ridiculous.
Very.
That is awful. We enter the war zone. Tafka Goldust comes out. He got his evening gown on, pretending to be Sable.
I'm not being funny, but this was hilarious. The commentary of Goldust the whole way through it was so funny.
Yeah, he's ahead of his time.
You've got ripped off my dress. Now I'm going to take off my pumps and beat you up.
I mean, it was an absolute shambles of a segment. It's Goldust makes it fun. Him and Luna are just very fun. Like when they're being heels and proper heels, they make it work.
It was just nonsense that needed to happen.
Yeah, we've had a lot of nonsense so far. We do finally get
the longest match of the night.
I was going to say a match, but it's under 5 minutes. It's not even 4 minutes.
The longest match so far of the evening of 3 minutes
and 46 seconds. Is it? What is this? This is ridiculous. But it's Shamrock and Blackman. They're back. They're taking on the New Midnight Express. Because why not?
Because one's bombastic and the other one's bodacious.
We see Dan Severn. He's out there.
Just being a man. Just being a man.
Yeah, they're just trying to... It's just all leading to Severn versus Blackman, isn't it, this? That's the feud they eventually go down, don't they?
No, wasn't it Severn versus Shamrock?
Was it Shamrock?
Yeah. Because they're the ones that had the Lions Den match.
Oh, yeah. They're the two actual UFC fighters, aren't they? I always get Blackman mixed up with them because he's not really a UFC fighter.
No, he just had glow sticks.
Feel the glow moves, yeah. This match doesn't actually get a finish. It's a DQ. Both teams get DQ, which is quite impressive.
The 90s.
Yeah, a double DQ.
The only way to explain it.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really happens. It's a double DQ because all 4 men are in the ring at the same time. Like, is that an NWA rule? Where's that come from? This is the Attitude Era. All 4 men are always in the ring constantly during tag matches.
Well, that's still a thing now.
But yeah, exactly. I want to see more double DQs. That's what I want on Raw. That would make it.
That'll make you think twice, people. That'll make you think twice.
We cut backstage. We get another Kevin Kelly segment. He asks Vince if he's afraid of his match with Stone Cold. He says he's got butterflies. But he's proved he wasn't afraid of the US government.
You ain't afraid of Ted Turner or Time Warner. You ain't afraid of the big bad wolf.
Yeah, I mean, he can't let that go, can he? Even now, the family cannot let go of the US government thing.
Yeah.
And it still eats away at him that they try to take him down. Undertaker's back and he takes out the headbangers this time. He's just destroying the mid-card.
He doesn't like men in skirts.
He doesn't like tag teams, is what I've come to realise so far this evening.
He doesn't like men in skirts. Undertaker doesn't like trans people too.
I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably true as well.
I don't know. He must have got on with Goldust.
Yeah, probably. I reckon he probably did actually. We'll find out anyway on his new podcast that's bound to be absolutely fucking riveting. Listen to
he just doesn't see. He seems better as a guest than as a host. Nothing about him seems like host worthy.
No, it's got to be called Dead Man Talking, isn't it, as well? Surely.
Yeah, it has to be. If not, they've done something wrong.
Yeah, and if it isn't the dong with Dead Man Talking, like they've really got this whole thing wrong. We get a Val Venus vignette. I've been enjoying these. He's doing a little casting for his next film. Lust in Space.
As you do.
Lovely 90s reference there. Yeah. what do we get next? There's some DX jokes on there about Owen Hart. LOD and Sonny come out. Not a lot really happens. It just repeatedly throughout the night just keeps coming back to Vince, who's warming up his biceps backstage. He's an impressive looking man.
I thought his body really turned in '99 in the lead up to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
when he was number 2,
looking like fucking...
yeah, when he was yoked.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it started this point.
Yeah, because why would he at this point? Maybe he just wanted to be one of the boys and look like the boys. If he can do it, then why can't someone else do it? Like maybe lead by example. But
yeah, Keith Lee. The present day annoyance of Keith Lee. As Gunther continues to lose weight and looks scary.
Poor Gunther. He's going to be released soon, isn't he? Because he's not big enough. He's lost too much weight and he can't do the stuff he used to do.
I think Vince wanted him to lose weight.
Yeah, I hope he don't just ruin him because he's such a talent. Anyway, let's get back. We get Billy Gunn taking on Owen Hart.
Well,
loads of people around the ring.
Well, this is because Owen Hart decided to call out anyone from DX.
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, it's going to be Billy Gunn.
Yeah, Billy will do it.
And then LOD decided to come out and lend some support.
Yeah.
But why not?
Because LOD just can't keep themselves out of the limelight, can they? Like, no one cares about them at this point anymore, do they? Surely. I'm just waiting for the Heidenreich to join them and Droz to join them. Like,
Droz is coming soon. That's the real problem.
Very soon.
Droz is coming soon.
Puke. Oh god, this match goes for 6 minutes. I mean, there's a lifetime for this episode of Raw.
Yeah,
an absolute lifetime.
No, but what felt like a lifetime is what happened next.
Well, Billy wins. Billy wins with a roll up, the most dangerous move in the wrestling.
Well, the weird thing is, so I don't know if this is on the Peacock, but on the WWE network in the UK, you got extra bits added to this at the end of the show.
Oh.
So I think my version of it had the dark match that happened after Raw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I switched off like as soon as the main finished.
And continuation of what happened after Raw, where like you've got King telling JR to take off the ties from Austin's wrists and whatever. Very weird.
Oh, right. Okay. I bet, they're definitely taking it off the Peacock. Almost certainly.
Yeah.
But yes, we do get a match of sorts for the main event of this show. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin, the champion, taking on Vince McMahon with Pat Patterson, Joe Briscoe, and Commissioner Slaughter in his corner.
I thought Shane was out here as well.
Oh, he comes out at the start, doesn't he, to tell his dad to please don't do it. It's not a good idea. And then they kind of jump Austin, don't they, basically?
Yeah.
Tie his hands behind his back.
Yeah, so he said at the start of the show he could beat Vince McMahon with one arm tied behind his back. So Vince decides, let me tie up the stunner arm.
Clever.
But then everyone attacks him, and then the man that said he was done and quit on everyone, Cactus Jack, decides to return as Dude Love.
How long was he gone for?
2 weeks.
Sounds about right. A wrestling retirement right there. I mean, this is an absolute shambles of a show, isn't it? Like, from start to finish, we get, what do we get in total? 7, 10, 16 minutes of wrestling in a 2-hour show.
Yep.
And, I mean, nothing is built towards the next pay-per-view. We got Unforgiven in 2 weeks' time.
Well, they moved towards Dude Love versus Steve Austin.
Yeah, I suppose that's...
Other than that, Unforgiven is literally going to be a shit show.
Yeah, we've got LOD taking on the New Age Outlaws for the titles, and we've got Kane versus Undertaker again in an Inferno match. So far, that's it. Well, and sorry, I forgot the main event, the evening gown match. The evening gown that is on. You'll forgive us if we don't review Unforgiven, because
It is trash.
It sounds absolutely awful.
It is fresh garbage.
Yeah, we will go through the results though, because it must be really important for the stuff going forward. Things are bound to happen, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that is the end of this week's episode of Raw. Match of the night, man.
There isn't one. I'm not even gonna give anyone anything. No one deserves anything this evening.
No, they don't. For MVP for me is Vince. That's the only thing I'm going to give this week.
Yeah, it's Vince, but no one deserves any other plaudits for this terrible show.
One of the worst episodes of Raw, probably in the history of Raw. It's literally nothing happens apart from Dude Love, which you wait 2 hours to see. So yeah, that's it. Please don't watch along with that one. Just skip this episode and move on to the next one, because I mean, at least some things happen the next week. We get a couple of matches with actual pinfall finishes. So
yeah, and Ross said that at the end of this episode. So you've been trapped and you've been made to watch this. You made it.
You're welcome. So yeah, let's do some plugs, shall we? You can find us on YouTube at The Sharpshooters. You can find us Sharpies Network on Twitter. I'm not very active on that, but I need to get better. So I will make sure to do all that. You can email the show at thesharpshooters@gmail.com. Please email the show. We love to read emails out. That's what used to get me the most excited part of the Sharpshooters show back in the day when it was.
Well, do try, because Eric was blind on one of the episodes where I had to read them out, and if I have to read them out, please make them short.
I found some of mine in my Gmail sent box. Fuck me, my spelling has definitely.
It's not even the spelling.
My grammar.
I just find reading whilst on air suddenly becomes the most difficult thing ever.
Yeah, but it's multitasking, and it sounds like it should be easy, but it isn't. It's
no,
really
because
difficult.
what it is I don't normally read out loud anyway, because I'm not a parent. So whenever I'm gonna ever read a story to a child, then now I'm just fully like, I'm not even looking. I don't have this window open.
Yeah,
I've just got the email open, and I'm not looking at you guys anymore. I'm just reading it, and then I'm like, I'm not even aware what my face is doing anymore. I'm not even aware what I'm doing anymore. And I'm just reading, and I was like, I don't understand what I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. I've probably made mistakes reading.
See, how I used to imagine them doing it, they'd be all sat around one table, and Eric would have had them printed off, and they'd be on bits of paper that he would have read out to Marcus and Ryan. But I suppose he didn't. I suppose he must have read them off an iPad or off his phone or his screen or whatever. But
we're talking about early days. There were no iPads yet.
No, this was before the iPad. Yeah, this was
before the iPad.
What, 10 years ago?
Yeah,
must have been. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I sent some of my emails. Jesus Christ, I might resend them to the get you to read them out. Talking about Randy Orton and John Cena and Big Show. Yeah,
just resend one. I wonder. I wonder if Eric just reads it.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to resend one. Anyway, you can catch that on this Saturday show. So join Manny, Marcus, and Eric for that one. But yeah,
also,
this is that.
Make sure you watch that show, because I've told you're losing the untitled Manny and Marcus audio if you don't watch that show.
It's the best one. It's got all the good guys on it. That's the best show to watch, the Saturday show, because it rounds up the whole week's action as well. Yeah. And you can skip over a lot of AEW because Eric hates it. It's great.
Oh, you can watch it and just watch him get more angry all the time.
But yes, follow us on all those places, subscribe, like, share, do all that sort of stuff. We will be back next week with another episode of Raw is Retro. Until then, it's goodbye from Manny, it's goodbye from me. Bye!